Today, we're going to tackle a massive philosophical question, but the key to understanding it isn't buried in some old, dusty book. Nope, it's actually hiding in plain sight, in something you probably see every single day.
Yeah, it really does all begin with just looking at something. And from there, we tumble down this rabbit hole into a really deep question about the nature of, well, pretty much everything.
So, go ahead, picture a table, any table. Now think about this for a second. Is that table the same thing as its qualities? I mean, is it really just a bundle of concepts like brownness, hardness, and being rectangular? Right? It feels like there's a huge difference. You've got the thing, the table, and then you've got all the ways it is. It's hard, it's brown, it's rectangular. And, our intuition, our gut feeling tells us that the object has to be something more than just a checklist of its features. And that's exactly what this whole philosophical idea gets at. The table itself is not the same as its hardness or its brownness. No, it's a separate thing that just has those qualities. It's not just a cloud of brown and hard floating around in the room. Okay, so we've got that gut feeling down. Now let's do what philosophers love to do. Give these ideas some fancy names and see how they fit into a bigger picture. So this whole way of looking at the world, it's called the substance attribute view. And it's a really, really core idea in metaphysics. It's all about drawing a sharp line in the sand between a thing, a substance, and its qualities, its attributes. So here's the lingo you need to know. The thing itself, our table, that's what we call the substance. In all those ways it is, the color, the shape, the feel of it, those are its attributes. And you know what's funny? The most important word in all of this is has. It's so simple, right? But it changes everything. The table has brownness. It isn't made of brownness. It's a substance that possesses its attributes. It's about ownership, not identity. That's the whole game right there. Okay, so you might be thinking, all right, substance, attribute, is this just a bunch of fancy words? But no way. This distinction between a thing and its qualities, it's not just a word game. It's actually the key to unlocking a huge puzzle about reality itself. See, this view gives us a tool, a lens, to look at one of the biggest questions out there. What is everything made of, fundamentally? It helps us start sorting the entire universe into two basic buckets: objects, or substances, and properties, their attributes. And that's the grand goal, isn't it? The ambition is just massive. To create a system that can neatly categorize, well, all of reality. The idea is that anything you can think of has to be either a substance or an attribute. There's no in-between. It's one or the other. So think about the path we just took. It's pretty cool, right? We started with something super simple, an everyday object. We made that one key distinction, the thing versus its qualities. And just from that one simple move, we can zoom way, way out and start building a whole theory about the basic structure of everything that exists. All right, let's wrap this up. So what are the key things you should walk away with after all this? So here's the bottom line. The big idea is that reality can be split into these two fundamental categories: things, which are substances, and their qualities, which are attributes. And remember, a substance has its attributes. It isn't the same as them. This whole view is trying to get at something really deep. What makes an object, completely separate from how we happen to describe it? So, I want to leave you with one last thought to chew on, and it's a real mind-bender. If you could take our table and just poof, strip away all of its attributes, all of its qualities, take away the brownness, the hardness, the shape, the texture, what would be left? What is a substance with no attributes at all? Think about that one. Thanks for tuning in.